Authorities in Botswana say they have opened an investigation into the case of two men aged 19 and 20 who are believed to have been deceived into joining the Russia-Ukraine war. According to the Ministry of International Relations, the pair thought they were signing up for a short-term military training in Russia. Officials are now working with the diplomats and law enforcement to confirm what happened and bring the two back home. The ministry is further warning young people.
Hello, my people. Both Ukraine and Russia are luring African youth with their money to come and fight for them. So both of these two countries are playing this game. I was thinking before it was only the Russians that do this, but now both of these countries does this. I don't know why Ukraine should be luring African youth to come and fight for them. Even the same thing with Russia. We don't have anything in common with them. We understand that war is bad. Yeah, it's very bad. And most of these wars, you see the First World War, Second World War, even this Russian-Ukraine war, is just fighting for, there's no cause for fight even the First World War. There shouldn't be First World War or Second World War. And all these wars are not caused by Africa. So Africa should not be part of, in this, I don't know, they want to show their muscles. That's what it is, because Russia and Ukraine have much in common than any African you can mention, But we don't have any idea why they are fighting because of land or natural resources. They shouldn't be fighting for this stuff like this, but it happens. But we're not interested in why they are fighting. What I'm interested in is that 2026 African youth should stop going to fight for both of this country, any of this country. They shouldn't fight for Russia. They shouldn't fight for Ukraine. These countries are not our allies, We have enough, going in Africa. But I understand why people want to go and fight for these countries, these Western countries, because of money. But it's dangerous, because when you go there and you see the number of casualties they have on both sides of the war, people warring, you see they have a lot of casualties. And if you are black people, which most of them will regard you as being dumb, they will put you in a very risky situation or dangerous situation more. And you might not know, because we don't have much experience of war in Africa. Like what we see in Africa is local wars. It's not like the type of war we see here with drones. Africa have not seen war fought with drones now. This is modern warfare, and it's very dangerous and risky for some African to just go and get like 1 month training and they push you there and you die. How much are they gonna pay you? Like some of them are not even try to look at your family and pay your family any money. And when they bury you, it's just some can just say put a unknown soldier there, and that's it. The same thing we see in the Western cemetery. They see they have a lot of graves there marked with unknown soldiers. You know what I mean? We shouldn't be fighting for these countries. They should be, if Ukraine want to continue fighting, they should get people, machinery from the West that are sponsoring them. The same thing with Russia. They should get more people from North Korea, the dictator North Korea that is helping the Vladimir Putin. So I don't know why our youth want to take this kind of risk. I know you need money in Africa, yeah, that's true. So there's no job opportunities, as you can see in that short clip that Botswana, the government, they are infuriated about finding out that the people are fighting in Ukraine war. and they pretend like they are mad about this, but they are not, because if things are properly done in Africa, there's job opportunities in Africa. These youth have no incentive to go and fight for Ukraine, but because youth in Africa, many of them are desperate, and we have a teeming youth population in Africa. And where do you want them to go? If he said most of them want to come to the West, even though they're coming to suffer, but they want to come there. You know what I mean? But if Africa is good, they won't be coming there. So the most people that we're gonna blame for this kind of stuff with our youth is our politicians in Africa. They're not doing their job. They embezzle money and corruption. There's no job. They don't know how to create job. They just don't have capacity to do that. That's what we have seen. And I don't think it's going to change soon, but we hope it changes anyway. But, the way, the trajectory where it's moving, that stuff like this don't change, Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and like our video. Peace.